Hello my friends! Welcome back to my channel, Discover with Kim. I am Kim, and that is Mittens. I'm so glad you're here today. Today's vlog is going to be a reset vlog. I've been feeling a bit off for a while now, and I'm just on to my next level where I'm ready to reset again and keep going. So today's going to be a bit of a combo vlog. It's going to be some home to-dos. I have some organizing to do. I have some chores to do. So I'm going to get that all reset. It's going to be a bit of a chatty bit and really kind of talk about what resetting means to me, and it's going to be some random other stuff as well. So I hope you enjoy it. I've really been focusing on simplifying my life, slowing down in every sort of way that I can, finding authentic me, and becoming more intentional and mindful. So that's what today's vlog is all about. So let's get right into it and let's get resetting. Picnic in the park. I have a little bar, some raisins, some veggies. Time for myself. The view though, let me tell you. To start, I am outside, so if there's animal noises, if there's cars, if there's wind, I do apologize, but that is nature for you. Also, I feel very awkward, so if I start looking around, it's because I think someone's near me and I don't want to talk when they're near me. So yeah, that's that, but let's get right into it. As I said in the title of this video, I feel like I've really lost my identity and I'm struggling with who I am, like with feeling like myself, and I've been struggling with feeling authentic. I feel like there's a disconnect between how I've been living in some areas and who I truly am. And I think the losing of my identity happened in parts for me. I've kind of always struggled a little bit with identity because of who I am and because of situations that have happened throughout my life. It's something that I've had issues with. More recently though, in the last year,
I finished school. I graduated with my doctorate, so I'm officially done with school, and that was a big step for me, but it was also kind of a loss of a part of myself. I was a student for 28 years, or 24 years, because you don't start when you're 0. But so when I finished that, even though I'm super proud of myself and I'm happy I'm done, I definitely feel like I lost a part of myself, and it became hard to kind of know where to focus my time. So I really leaned into my work. Well, as you guys know, I was laid off, and throughout my life, I've always based my identity on school, what I'm learning, my job, what I do for work, and then just generally like sports. I played sports for a long time growing up, so that was a big part of my identity, as well as just the people around me, of course, my friends. I really fell into my depression. I've had depression and anxiety and whatnot for many years at this point. I've been battling them for probably 12, 15 years. But when I got laid off, I really felt like my identity had been ripped away from me. I was no longer a student. I no longer could focus my worth on my job, and I just felt like everything about me was torn away. And after that, I really just fell into the darkness. I fell into it, but in a way that I feel like was necessary for me, in a way that I feel like was healing and rejuvenating. It really helped me to see the light and helped me to see where I'm not fully being authentic in my life and where there are things that I do want to change. It also helped me realize a really big thing for me, and that is that I'm allowed to fully be who I am, and I'm allowed to like the things that I like. There is no stipulations to it. There's no reason I cannot. I am allowed to have the interests that I have. And while this might seem like a silly thing to say, I've always felt throughout my entire life, I've always felt like I wasn't worthy to have the interests that I've had. I always felt like I wasn't good enough to like the things that I liked, or to be interested in the things that I'm interested in, or to have the dreams that I have. I've always loved fashion, and I felt like I wasn't good enough to like fashion because I grew up without a lot of money. So I didn't have that money to go buy all the fashionable stuff, and I didn't live in a place that were the high fashion places, Paris or New York or California. I live in Ohio, so I always felt like being interested in fashion was something that I shouldn't be allowed to be interested in, which is absolutely ridiculous because everybody can be interested in fashion. And in addition, my grandmother, she was a seamstress. So fashion is in my blood. It's literally in my blood. Yet until recently, I've always felt like I wasn't good enough to like fashion, or to try to be fashionable, or to want to take fashionable pictures. I always felt ridiculous, like I was an imposter, and like it just shouldn't be allowed. In addition, fashion, it always made me feel girly, which growing up in my era, girly was supposed to mean weak, and I didn't want to feel weak because I'd already been through a lot of things in my life at a young age. So I wanted to be a strong woman from the time I was, probably like 5, 6 until now. I've always wanted to be a strong, independent boss woman. That's just who I've wanted to be. So anything that felt too girly to me felt weak, and then I really struggled to embrace my womanhood and to fall into my femininity and allowing that side to grow and to prosper and to be nurtured. To talk about it in a broader sense, I guess, honestly, my entire life, I've been embarrassed and a little ashamed to have the dreams that I've had. I felt like I wasn't good enough to have the dreams that I've had, and a lot of the times I wouldn't even let myself dream. How sad and kind of heartbreaking and devastating is that? As a little girl, my thought process was literally, don't imagine too big of a future, don't have too big of dreams, don't want too much, because then if it doesn't happen, you won't be disappointed, you won't be let down, you'll just be content with what you have. It's just like, how is that a way to live? How did I let myself squish my dreams for so long? How did I let myself say it's too scary, it's too wrong to dream big. Like, dream big. Dream big. Seriously. Dream big. So what am I going to do about the fact that I've lost my identity? Well, I'm going to find it again, or find it now, because I guess I've never fully known my true identity. So for the past 6 to 8 months, I have been working on living more authentically. I've been working on figuring out what that even means to me, what authentic Kim and living as authentic Kim means to me. I've been working on discovering myself, working on honoring myself, working on just fully being there for myself, showing up for myself. Now, all of this has required me to do a lot of healing, a lot of interpersonal work, a lot of growth, a lot of thinking, a lot of assessing. I've had to shed and release a lot. I've had to unlearn a lot. I've had to learn and relearn things. I've had to look at things from a different perspective. I've had to really go through the ringer here. It's kind of funny because when you decide that it's time to go on a healing journey and you start taking the steps to heal and to grow and to refine your identity, the universe aligns with you. It helps you do it. It helps you heal certain aspects of yourself when you're ready. It helps you re-go through old memories when you're ready. It brings up things when they're supposed to come up, and it's hard, it's draining, it's exhausting. You'll probably cry, you might laugh, you'll probably feel a whole bunch of relief, but it's really magical. Honestly, it's really magical. Excuse me. Do you hear that bird? I'm over here trying to be all like self-discovery, love yourself, and this bird, it's just like, shut up, Kim. Just go find yourself. Just go do it. Like, I'm telling you, that's what it was saying, because now it stopped. Oh, it was agreeing. How funny. But yeah, just really putting in the work and the effort to learn who I am, who I want to be, how to get there, how to live that way, all of the things, and really just honoring myself. I think that's the most important, is staying mindful, staying intentional, and honoring yourself. With all that being said, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I'm really working on just simplifying my life in every way that I can, getting down to the core of what's important, and doing those things each day, each week, each month will help me to find myself and live more authentically, because I'm doing what matters to me. I am really trying to slow down. Slowing down is very beneficial in helping you be mindful, helping you be intentional, helping you make sure you're putting effort towards the right things, and making sure you are putting as much of that good effort as you can towards those right things. Slowing down is something that is very hard for me. I am a go person, but I'm finding that slowing down is really changing my life, and it's been really helpful. I'm just working on rebuilding myself, rebuilding my life, my hobbies, my career, my insides, my outsides, allowing myself to love fashion, allowing myself to take time for self-care, fully embrace myself and my life and what I want it to look like. Because if I don't want it to look like what it looks like now, then I get to change it. I get to choose how it looks. So if I'm not happy with it, then I'm going to change how it looks, and I need to figure out how to get there. So it's really a work in progress. It's a step-by-step thing. It takes a long time. Like I said, this has been 6 to 8 months of hard self-work already. That's not to say I've been doing self-work for years, but since probably December, I've been doing hard, intentional, mindful self-work. And I know I have a long way to go, but I know that I've already come so far, and it's really exciting. It's really exciting. So yeah, that is my honest chatty chat that I just felt might be helpful to others, to realize that the journey to finding yourself is hard. It has a lot of ups and downs. It's confusing, it's exhausting, and I just want to normalize that, so that if you're working on finding yourself, if you've lost your identity, if you want to live more authentically, you understand and you don't feel like a failure because it's hard, because it's taking you some time, and because there's ups and downs, and maybe you revert back and then you jump forward, and then you do a couple loop-de-loops. Just know that that's normal. Anybody who's going through this journey will have a lot of that craziness, and we're in this together. So we can do it. We can discover ourselves, we can refine our identity, and we can live a lot more authentically. Whew.
Thank you so much for being here today, my friends. I'm so happy that you were able to share this vlog with me. If you're going on a self-discovery journey, or if you're feeling a little bit lost, I hope it helped to normalize what you're going through, to show that it is hard and there's a lot of ups and downs, but you're not alone and we're all going through this together, so we will make it through. I'd love to connect in the comments below, so please let me know your thoughts. Let me know how your self-identity and self-discovery journey is going, what you've done to be more authentically you, and I can't wait to just check in together and get into it. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you do something fun and get out there and go discover.
They're suctioning the porta potty, if you can hear that. Good timing. lunchtime? Anyways,